Hi, this is Sharmin here. In this video, I'm going to teach you geography. So if you're interested, please continue watching. So we live in a beautiful planet which is covered with many types of trees. Most of these grow naturally while others are planted by human. So plants grow by themselves, called that natural vegetation, and whenever planted, some plants are grown by people, that is called cultivated vegetation. So that is the difference between natural vegetation and cultivated vegetation. So now, how do the climatic factors of precipitation and temperature influence the distribution of natural vegetation? You know that we live in a place, live in a planet that is global warming is happening day by day. So temperature increases. So what's the effect? What's the influence? So precipitation and temperature, that is the responsible for the grouping of main type of natural vegetation into the forest area, grasslands and desert vegetation. Let us consider we are traveling in a place that is the equator to the poles. So what will happen that time? So as the temperature decreases toward the poles, vegetation subtype changes, right? So it is totally depend on the temperature and precipitation, because water is important and temperature, that means they need sunlight to make food. So where can you find the tropical rainforest? So now I'm going to talk about tropical rainforest. So where you can find? So you can find equatorial climate, that is such as in part of Central and South America, Africa, Southeast Asia, Amazon basin, and also Zaire basin are the two largest area of tropical rainforest. So what's the characteristics of what's the characteristics of plants there? So it has 5 layers. So number one, that is emergent. Number two, canopy. Then number three, that is understory and shrub, and then ground. So here is a whenever layer means whenever dense lots of plants live together, there is a sunlight. Get a sunlight is quite challenging for plants. So next one, that is the trees are tall and grow very close together. That means forest is very dense and dark area, because here is a huge number of plants there. The hot, wet equatorial climate allows for many varieties of plants grow, and trees are broad leaves. That means it need absorb sunlight. So that is the way. Whenever broad leaves is huge amount of sunlight they can absorb and make a food. So that means here is also another characteristic, that is the leaves are waxy and leathery and hairy texture. So next one, that is another characteristic, that is the trees in the tropical rainforest have shallow roots, because water and nutrients are found in the top layer of the soil. So whenever they get a huge amount of water, they need also nutrients for surviving the planet, right? So they struggle that. And the high precipitation provides a constant supply of water to soil, while the high temperature causes the rapid decompositions of the fallen leaves and nutrients being found in the top layer of the soil. So guys, now I'm going to talk about mangrove forest. So where you can find the mangrove forest? Well, along tropical coastal area where the ground is muddy and wetty and waterlogged, and that is the place. West Africa, in Bangladesh also Sundarban, there is also mangrove forest. Asia, Southeast Asia, Australia. And what's the characteristics? So here is a no distinct vertical layers in the mangrove forest. Before I told you there is a layer, 5 layers, but it has no layer, mangrove forest. So here it is, most of the trees are the uniform and height about 15-meter tall, and they grow very close together, allowing little sunlight to reach the forest floor. So it has broad leaves, have a drip, that means they absorb sunlight, huge amount of, and three types of root. Here's a different type of roots because there's all the time salt water coming and going because it's a coastal area. So here's a prop and butterels and breathing, three types of root here. What's that? That is number one, prop and butterless and breathing. And here is another main character, that is the fruit. Fruit floats on the water, and for what? That is the reason, carried away to some other parts of the world and coastal, where it can germinate. That is the reason, and they can survive, make a new plant. And another forest, that is a tropical monsoon forest. So tropical monsoon forest, that means here is a all the time rain happen, that is the monsoon. So India, Southeast Asia, China, South Central Africa, West Indies, Central and South America, and Australia also, this type of forest we can see. So what's the characteristics? So here's a three layer structure. Number one, canopy, then understorm, and here then ground. So it's made up of deciduous trees which shed all their leaves over the same period, and trees to the prevent loss of water through transpiration during the day season. And number four, that is you have waxy and leathery leaves it has.